Do you have sensitive teeth? You know what I'm talking about. You can't drink anything colder than room temperature water. You would never dream of eating ice cream on a cone. Those are the kinds of things that really interfere with life. Well, today I'm going to tell you 6 signs that you need to pay attention to and 2 sensitivity signs that tell you need to go to the dentist today. So let's really jump into this. First of all, let's talk about how does sensitivity happen. In a tooth, there are 3 layers. There's the outside of the tooth that you see, called the enamel. It is full of minerals. The next layer in is called dentin, and it has a lot of tubes going from the inside to the outside of the tooth. The third layer in is called the pulp, and that's where the nerve lives as well as the blood vessels. So when you are feeling sensitivity, what it means is something is able to get all the way from the outside of the tooth through those tubes and stimulates the inside layer of the tooth, the nerve. There's also little tiny nerve extensions in all of those tubes. So it means that tube is wide open. Something's able to get into it and really set off that nerve. So ideally, the goal is let's cover over those tubes. Let's plug them up. Well, let's talk about this. First of all, what are these symptoms? When should you really be concerned? And what can you do about them? The 6 symptoms that I want to talk about today are number 1, cold sensitivity. So you know what this feels like, right? You drink something cold and you think, oh, that was really cold right there. Well, a little bit of on and off sensitivity is fairly normal. I'm going to teach you how to even take care of that. But if it lingers, that's when something bigger is going on. So if you drink something cold and you put your tongue up there to warm it up and it doesn't really help. It lingers 20, 30 seconds and you start wondering, is it ever going to stop? Well, that's problem number 1, and we're going to talk about what to do about it. Problem number 2 is if it's also sensitive to heat. The first thing that our teeth are sensitive to is cold, and that sometimes, like I said, is a little bit kind of par for the course for eating and drinking. But if it starts to become sensitive to heat, that is when there's an added layer of concern. Again, I'll talk about why. The next symptom to pay attention to is if it hurts to bite on. If it hurts to bite, especially just right on that tooth, and here is a key, if it actually hurts worse on the release. So you bite together, and then when you let that bite go and it, oh, that's something you do not want to ignore. The next one is if it's getting worse over time. It's a little sensitive today, but next week it's a little more, and the week after you add the heat component to it, and it's getting incrementally worse. Something to pay attention to. The next one, number 5, is if you can see a concern. If you see gum recession, if you see a darker area on the tooth, and that's sensitive. Time to pay attention. And the last one is if the sensitivity is really focused on one tooth. It's not just generalized sensitivity everywhere, but one tooth is really acting up. All right, let's go back through each of these 6 and talk about what they really mean. Cold sensitivity. Now, the first indication here is that obviously something's been able to get into the inside of the tooth. So you have some open tubes communicating that cold elsewhere in the tooth. If it's starting to linger, it means your tooth is starting to get inflamed. It's harder to get it quieted down and calmed down. So this is something you need to address right now. The more inflamed the tooth gets, the greater chance there is that this is going to turn into something irreversible. In dental lingo, we call this pulpitis because remember that inside layer of the tooth is called the pulp. Itis means inflammation. So pulpitis means inflammation of the pulp or nerve inside of the tooth. Well, if the tooth is continually inflamed and bothered and sensitive, it may turn into irreversible pulpitis, meaning the tooth is starting to die. We don't want that to happen. So if you have sensitivity to any kind of cold at all, the first thing that you want to do is plug those tubes. The great news is we have a wonderful material that does the plugging now. Hydroxyapatite is literally the mineral that your teeth are made of. So when you're smiling, you're looking at hydroxyapatite right now. So thankfully, we now have tooth care products that have hydroxyapatite in them. I myself have a tooth powder, a toothpaste, a mouthwash, a mint, all of these things to add hydroxyapatite to your teeth where they need it the most. So if you have sensitivity, any degree of sensitivity, this is what you need to start doing today. You need to start adding a hydroxyapatite supplement to the outside of your teeth. So again, that's toothpaste, tooth powder, mouthwash, mints, anything that has that hydroxyapatite in it. You also need to add minerals on the inside. Why? Well, if the body is not getting enough minerals to do everything else it needs to do, minerals are essential for our brain to work and our heart to pump literally every single cell to do its job. If there are not enough to go around, the body will start to siphon those minerals from the outside of the tooth all the way through those tubes to take care of those body functions. So you have to give your body enough minerals. So this is a mineral supplement plus vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. Any sensitivity, those are the two things you're going to start to do. Minerals on the outside, minerals on the inside. If it's starting to linger 20 seconds, 30 seconds, you need to up all of this because that pulp or that nerve is starting to get inflamed. So what does it mean if symptom number 2 comes along? The heat is now in on the action. Used to be only cold bothered it. Now when you eat something hot, oh, that feels terrible. What this means is that pulp or that nerve is getting hypersensitive and very inflamed. So you are going to have to up whatever you're doing. Oftentimes in this situation, there's tooth decay. So there are bacteria that are crawling deeper and deeper into the tooth, and that's all a cavity is. Most likely, there are bacteria that have caused a cavity in that tooth that are inflaming that nerve. So if you're starting to get heat involved, you need to go see a dentist. Most likely, there's something that needs to be dealt with there, along with minerals on the outside, minerals on the inside. Okay, number 3, you bite down and it kills you, but it's especially worse when you let go. If you have that letting go piece, this means you have a cracked tooth. Cracked teeth, that is a run to the dentist situation. Why? Because if that crack goes all the way through the tooth, into the nerve channel in that tooth, we can't do anything about it anymore. You're going to lose that tooth. So if you have just the start of a crack, it's kind of like a crack in your windshield, right? You get the tiny little crack at the beginning and you watch it and you think, it's not going to go anywhere. And then one day, it spreads massively. Don't wait for that. I'll always remember a patient. She had these 2 kind of lone cusps. We call them cusps, a great big mercury filling on the front of the tooth, and these 2 little lone cusps sitting on the back. And I looked at her tooth during an exam and I said, listen, this is what we call a time bomb tooth. You bite on this thing wrong and it's going to crack all the way into the nerve. We need to get that mercury filling out. We need to put something stronger on this, either an onlay or a crown. And she said, I think it's going to be fine. It's been there, 10, 15 years. I'm not really concerned. It wasn't fine. The next time I saw her, those 2 cusps on the backside of that mercury filling had fractured off and it had broken all the way into the nerve, and she ended up losing that tooth. And I was devastated. I thought, oh no, we knew it was heading this direction. So if you get even the little bit of glimmer of pain when you're biting on that tooth, go see a dentist. You want to catch it before that crack extends and gets further and gets down into the nerve of that tooth. Okay, a 4th problem. If it's getting worse, right? We talked about this already. If it's getting worse, before you could drink, ice with, 1 piece of ice and a glass of water. Now you can't drink any ice. And then you have to start drinking warmer water. You're getting incrementally worse. Most likely there's something going on with that tooth. Either there's a lot of gum recession and there's a lot of tooth that's now been exposed. Interesting enough, the root of the tooth does not have enamel on the outside. So the top of the tooth has enamel. It's a protective mineral layer on the outside. The root doesn't have that. So those tubes go right to the surface of the root. So when you get gum recession, it's much easier to actually get those tubes opened up and sensitivity all the way to the nerve. So if you have advancing gum recession, if you have an advancing cavity, all of those things are going to show up as worsening sensitivity. If that's the case, go visit your dentist. Something needs to be done. All right, the next thing is if you can visibly see something going on. Again, if you can see recession happening on the tooth, you need to go figure out why. If you can see dark spots, brown spots, really, really white spots even. White spots are actually the start of tooth decay. If you can see those things happening, go see your dentist. Figure out exactly what's going on and how you can stop it. And the last one is if sensitivity is really focused on one tooth. Well, that should make you sit up and pay attention. Because if you just have sensitivity everywhere, you think, okay, I need to add minerals, minerals on the outside, minerals on the inside, and it will most likely help. If only one tooth is acting up, there's something wrong with that one tooth. It's a cavity, it's hitting wrong, so it's leading to gum recession. Something is off there. So that needs to be dealt with. Hopefully this gives you now some things to do, some things to pay attention to, but also some action items for how to nip that sensitivity in the bud so it doesn't get worse. Remember, the ones to really go visit a dentist with and about right now is if it's getting worse, you have that hot sensitivity coming, if you're biting on it and it's really hurting. Those are the ones that you need to go see a dentist right now about because things are progressing and the nerve is getting involved and you're really threatening to either have that nerve die or the tooth be lost completely. Let's summarize now. If you have sensitivity, the main thing you need to do is add minerals. That's minerals on the outside, minerals on the inside, hydroxyapatite products on the outside, tooth and bone, minerals on the inside, as well as vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. If you can get on top of that sensitivity, it will help a lot. How do you actually prevent that sensitivity to begin with? Well, uncovering those tubes happens through a lot of acidic foods and acid in the mouth. So it can be either you've added it, so you're drinking a lot of acidic beverages. This is soda, this is energy drinks, this is even things like electrolyte drinks, often very acidic. So those things are literally dissolving the minerals off of the surface of your tooth. Can lead to a lot of sensitivity. You need to add those minerals back. Another thing that you really need to be careful of is grinding. Grinding and watching that can really remove a lot of the enamel and make them sensitive as well. Also something that you should discuss with your dentist. Most likely you're not getting enough air at nighttime and that's leading to the grinding. Hopefully this information has been helpful. This is real-world dental advice that I want to share with you because my mission is to help you live well. Please check out all of the resources that we've included. Subscribe, share this with someone that's always drinking room temperature water, and let's make it so that you can smile without the sensitivity and truly live well.